humans, welcome back to another video, and I'm going to be reviewing this nugget. Oh god. I already broke this wireless generic soundbar, so I need to unbox a new one. I didn't break it, but I broke the aux port. Let's not care about the unboxing as much this time. Beautiful. It's kind of new. This one doesn't have the USB port like on the site. The USB and the USB-C. I wish I got that one. It may have actually fixed some of the generic issues. Welcome to the goo. Yeah, it's just the goo. More goo. This is a better thing. The nugget aux thing. I think I'm just gonna keep that one in the box with all the nugget stuff with it. Because I don't want it. Because it's broken. Kind of. I do like not Bluetooth mode. I want to keep not Bluetooth mode. I think I'll keep the charging cable because random garbage is nice. I don't know why I would need that, but I may need that. I don't know. The sound on this is quite decent and it makes a generic sound. Obviously. Yay! Generic. Yay! It's working again because it's a new thing. It actually sounds pretty good. This nugget is obviously very bassy. It's a soundbar. You know how much bass is in that stuff? The bass in things in the trebles, are very loud and clear. Maybe. This thing gets pretty loud. And it gets... There's a microphone on it for some unknown reason. That's the loudest it will go. The play button just mutes it and unmutes it, aka it uses play. The power makes a generic noise. I would rate the sound like a 6 out of 10 because it sounds pretty good. It's a soundbar, so obviously, and it's just some random generic one, so I don't really expect that much, but by my first 2 weeks of using it, I like it. It's 100 times better than any phone speaker, obviously. But it's just some generic thing, so you can find it here. It's a Bluetooth mini soundbar. By somebody. It's $45 if you want to get 110. Each, anyway. $204 to $349, it's obviously much cheaper. Blank is way cheaper for some reason. Why? Just one of them is $39.98, which is very cheap. Especially with this one, which has a USB-C port and also a not USB-C port. As you can see when I zoom in a lot. USB-C isn't actually that expensive. It only costs 15 cents to get USB-C. You can see this is the exact same. It's just an upgrade. In 2 years, you're probably gonna see me have a newer one. And they sell a lot of generic stuff. A lot of them. Nugget. So much of a nugget. That looks like a nugget. This site is probably massive. But I'm not going to look all over it because that's going to take a long time. And I don't have that. I have no idea what the name of this soundbar is, but I'm going to search it up and probably put it in the video title if I do find it. The durability of this twist tie is frighteningly terrible. And now I'm going to do a review for the things of stuff. The something. That doesn't make sense, but okay. And now I'm going to actually review the things. I would say the audio quality is a easy 7 out of 10. because it's very bassy, and that's what you would expect from a wireless soundbar and other things like that. And also the build quality is solid. I don't want to slap it because this is like $50. And there is another one, but I don't want another one. I don't want it to be a graveyard of crappy wireless soundbars. The build quality is quite decent. The aux cable is one of its weak points because the first 2 weeks I had it, it already broke. It's not like I did anything to break it necessarily. It just broke. I don't know how, I don't know why. I did everything to fix it and I couldn't fix it. It's probably one of the caveats to having one of these cheap soundbars is the features like Bluetooth are going to be really good, but everything is just going to be on a single motherboard, which, if you want to fix it, it's not a good thing. You're going to have to replace everything if you want to fix one element. More expensive soundbars do not have this problem, which is nice, and probably why they have split motherboards is because it's easier to just replace a part in it and so it lasts longer, basically. Because you can just chuck out something and put the new part in. But this, no, you have to replace the whole thing. It's probably cheaper to replace the whole thing anyway. Now I'm gonna be rating how good the cords and stuff with it that come with this are. The micro USB port is just a micro USB port. So it's just fine, I guess. It's not USB-C, which isn't actually that expensive to produce. So that's a 4 because that's old school. And the black aux cable that comes with this is like 100 times worse than this thing, which isn't even that expensive. This one is really nice, but compared to the aux cable on the other one, which is terrible. The connection is very buggy and it never works. Like, ever. Like, it's half of the time. And I bet it's the same thing with this. Except this will be stationary because it's that. Whatever that means. That is too generic. The overall score for the ports is a 3 out of 10 because they're really cheap and crappy. Now I'm going to do the overall score, which is a 6 out of 10. The audio quality is very good for the price, and it's not just Bluetooth, but the cons are it's very cheap, so everything's just one motherboard, and you cannot fix it. The aux cable breaks too easily. It's too hard to find because it's just some random generic thing. I would recommend you to get a slightly more expensive wireless soundbar that doesn't break. Buy it from a trusted company so it doesn't break like this. And don't buy generic wireless soundbars, is my new lesson. Also, some of the other things that it says on the specifications is 2.5 to 3 hours of charging time, which is kind of slow, but it has a pretty big battery probably. The playback at max volume is 2.5 to 3 hours, which is okay. It'll get you through, like, a party or something probably, because you're not going to have it like at the max. It would be much better if the charging time was like 2 hours or like an hour and a half, and it was able to support 2.4 amp charging or something like that. That would be really nice. And it would be better if it had a slightly bigger battery, so it would get like 4 hours of battery life at max volume. But those are just little nitpicks about it. It's not gonna change the experience that much. Unless you use this a ton and you can't charge it between those cycles. I would rate the charging like a 4.6 or 7 out of 10 because it's not too good. It's not the worst thing in the world. Well, this should be about it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see another video. Bye!